On my first day at the firm, the boss shook my hand and called me Mark. My name is Malik. I corrected him once, then twice, then stopped because the work was loud and my confidence was quiet. The office rewarded speed and stamina. I had both, so I kept my head down and became the person who answered emails at midnight and made deadlines disappear. For 2 years, my performance reviews were a chorus of reliable and dedicated, sung by people who still thought I was Mark. I told myself it didn't matter. The checks cleared. The Met projects shipped. But it started to eat at me the way erasure sounds like praise if you say it softly enough. The turning point arrived at a quarterly meeting where the boss congratulated the team for landing a monster client. And special thanks to Mark, he said. I'd spent 40 hours rebuilding that deck from email scraps and panic. The room applauded the ghost of my name. That night, I couldn't sleep. I stood in my kitchen and said my own name out loud until it stopped sounding strange. The next morning, I printed it on a sticky note and stuck it to my laptop. Malik. Another on my desk. Another on my water bottle. A tiny rebellion in sans serif. At the next stand-up, I spoke first. Before we start, I said, my name is Malik, not Mark. It's been Malik since birth, and it will be Malik when I retire. Please use it. The room went still. The boss blinked, then said, of course, Malik. Naming didn't fix everything, but it changed the weather. People started checking themselves mid-sentence. A week later, I received an email from the boss. Great work on the Q3 model, Malik. I printed it and taped it under the sticky note on my laptop like a small, satisfying tattoo. Then the big client asked for an in-person workshop. The boss wanted me to lead it, but kept introducing me as the guy who makes the numbers sing. I was tired of being a function. The night before the session, I wrote an opening slide. Hi, I'm Malik Rahman. Under it, 3 bullet points: builder, translator, person. The workshop felt like hiking uphill while narrating, but by the third hour, people weren't just listening, they were collaborating. The client lead said, Malik, this framework is going to save us. She didn't stumble on my name, she set it down, carefully, like something valuable. Back at the office, the boss called me in. You did good, he said. Client is thrilled, they asked for you by name. He paused, then added, softer. I should have gotten it right sooner. He pushed a new business card across the desk. My name, my title, and an extra line underneath I hadn't had before, engagement lead. We rolled it out. It was awkward at first, the way better manners always are. People stumbled, laughed, learned. I watched interns stand taller when the room practiced their names correctly. I watched senior partners write phonetic spellings in notebooks. I watched the culture move 1 inch and then another toward basic decency. Months later, at another quarterly, the boss stood up and said, this win belongs to many people. I'm going to name them. When he got to me, he didn't just say my name. He thanked me for building a habit that kept us honest. The applause felt different. That evening, I called my mother. I heard your boss finally learned your name, she said. We laughed. I learned it too, I said. I still keep the sticky note on my laptop, not because I'm afraid they'll forget again, but as a reminder. I'm not a function. I'm a person whose name fits in my own mouth and deserves to be heard in others. Respect starts with a name, and sometimes you have to teach the room how to say yours.